today we're going to talk about confidence. How to feel more confident, how to be more confident, how to feel confidence in a long-term way, and why and how confidence can make all the difference in our lives, especially as women, as feminine, good-looking, hot women. So, when I used to be a teenager, which is not too long ago, I tried to gain confidence in all kind of ways, especially through my looks. I thought if I'm more pretty, if I have a cooler style, if I have the newest iPhone, if I look better, if I be better, if I have greater results, I am more confident and everyone will like me. I realized that is not the case. Every time I had the best grades, every time I looked even greater, every time I lost some weight, every time I had the newest and the fanciest and the coolest clothes, every time I was friends with the most popular people in school, I didn't feel more confident, I just felt even more insecure. And as adults, I don't think that stops. Often we try to gain our sense of secureness, our sense of confidence through our accomplishments, through our looks, through our beauty, through our abilities. Yes, we receive confidence by doing things that are hard, and then we trust in our abilities. But that is different. When you're ready to be confident from the inside out, then this video is exactly for you. And when you think, I would really want my friend to see that as well, then share this video with her right now. She will be thankful to you and I will be really thankful too. So I tried to gain confidence through all the things, and I realized I never gained more confidence. I just became even more insecure because once I lost these beautiful clothes, once I didn't have the best and coolest people around me, I felt even more insecure. So I realized it didn't help me. So maybe some of you have seen it. I do have a podcast around the topic of confidence. I started this when I was like 17 and I did all the research about confidence. I have so many pages of research around the topic of confidence. I try to understand what is really the difference between confidence and self-esteem, what is arrogance, and all of the things. So I started to really study it, and now I believe I am embodying it. And I read like so many articles, but all of the things are great and are good, and I'm gonna share some of the informations. But at the end, it's the experiences that shape us, that make us feel more confident. It is the trust that we can do it and that we have the abilities to do it. And even we're also going to talk about confidence in God. So let's start. I read the book Confident Woman from Joyce Meyer. And the sentence that really stuck with me, she was saying, a confident woman is a woman who knows that she's loved by God. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. When we truly know that we are confident that we are loved by God, if we truly know, we have a confidence that is unshakable. Because this is the start of seeking within instead of seeking without. From inside to outside, not from outside to inside. So often in our lives, we try to receive a feeling by doing things on the outside. But the power is when we receive something from the inside and we see the positive effect on the outside. And this is the easy way. This is the fun way. This is the way that is effortless and not natural. And you know what? I really need to go to the bathroom. So until I do so, you can just think about what I said and I will be back in a second. And I decided that I don't cut my videos, so you just have a 1 minute relaxation and resting and thinking about all the things I just said time. Okay, I'm back. I am back. I am back. So, where were we? So, a confident woman is a woman who knows that God loves her. Because when we do so, and we know that God is always with us, and we know that God is always protecting us, and we know that God always helps us and supports us and puts the right people around us and always prepares our path for us, and He is always loving us, and He is a good one. We have a different in confidence, because this is not only self-confidence, this is God confidence, and it is higher, because when we can't be confident in ourselves, we have the confidence in Him, because we know He's better and greater than every human being can ever be. So this is the confidence that is independent of ourselves, which is amazing, and which is the foundation of confidence whatsoever. And then the other way, or the interesting thing is, once you go your path with God, we always realize that He's pushing us to do more, and He's always there to build our confidence, and He's always there to give us the experiences that we need and helps us to do what we have to do. And He can see in us what we can't even see in ourselves. So He will bring forth like more strength and more power that we have never even thought of that we can do. So when we trust in God, we have a different confidence and we have a different kind of relaxation, because we know it is in His hands and He will do it the best way. And even if it's not my way, it is the best way for me, because He has the bigger plan in His eyes. He can see it, and He can see what we can't see yet. So that is confidence in God. And why, when we feel loved by God, we are a confident woman, or it is the foundation of a confident woman, is when we feel loved, we believe that we're worthy of love. We believe that it just is, I'm thinking about it. It just is a basic foundation. When we're confident that there's somebody who strengthens our back, it is like when we are children. When we know we have somebody who has our back. So for example, it could be your father, it could be a friend, it could be a sister. For me, it was my best friend. I was best friends since I was 3 years old to like 16. We were like this close. We were neighbors. We knew everything from each other, from our lives. I did not have a secret or anything that I didn't share with her. And she was the kind of person, if somebody was ever mean to me, she would come up and she would talk to them, and nobody how confident the other person was, she was always there. And I had a different level of confidence, and I allowed myself to do a lot of things that I would have never done if I did not knew that she was there and she will always get me out of the things that I created. So sometimes I created maybe some fights, and I was the one who was maybe wrong or who was part of the equation. But I was so bold. I was bold because I knew she's gonna have my back. And when I was scared, she just came. We were in different high schools, but she came to my school and she talked to the people. And I always knew I have her back. So I was so bold in whatever I was doing because I knew she's gonna protect me, she's gonna come and she's gonna fight for me. And the same is with God. When I know that I have a God who's always on my side, who is always for me, who's always protecting me, who's always on my team, I feel so much more confident and I'm so bold, and I feel confident to do things that I would never do if I wouldn't have him on my team. So that was what I understood from the sentence Joyce Meyer wrote in her book, The Confident Woman. And the other thing, what I asked myself, what is the difference between confidence and self-esteem and self-worth? When I started to research, there were like all these words like confidence, self-esteem, self-worth. What does it mean and where is the difference? And confidence means I am confident in my abilities. So I can be a very confident in public speaking. I feel very confident in speaking to this camera. I feel confident to speak on stage, for example. But I can be very insecure about being a good football player or being a good leader, whatever. I could be very insecure in that, not confident, but really confident in being a public speaker. Am I now a confident person or not? But self-worth and self-esteem is independent of my abilities. It is just for who I am. Do I feel worthy? Do I feel worthy just for who I am doing nothing? And you will see that if a person has the ability to rest and relax and do nothing, the person probably has a high self-esteem and self-worth. Because having high self-esteem and high self-worth actually means that she feels worthy without having to do anything, and therefore she's able to relax. I had very low self-worth. Therefore, I had to do 24/7 something, and I always had to work because I was scared that I wasn't loved, that I was being punished, that I'm not worthy of just doing nothing and just relax. So if you know somebody in your life, or you're the person who's constantly doing something and constantly working and never resting, then maybe send her this video and she should check out this channel because it will help her and it will change her life. It changed my life, and it changed my life in such a big massive way that I cannot not share it, because it just makes all the difference and it raises our life quality in such a big way I could not even imagine before I started this work. So confidence. Confidence is our confidence in our abilities, and confidence in the ability that we are able to gain the skill, whatever we desire. So I can be confident in being a very great public speaker, and I can be insecure about being a good football player. But when I have learned the skill of feeling confident and learning a new skill, then I don't have to be confident in everything. There are a lot of things that I'm not insecure, like, I don't like the word insecure. Let's say not insecure. I am not confident in all areas of my life. I am confident in creating good content in YouTube, But 1 year ago, I wasn't confident because I didn't do it. I didn't know how to do it. Now I did it. Now I did it multiple times. I see the result. I think it's good. I receive positive feedback. Now I'm really confident that I can do it. But confidence builds in a way that once we did it and once we did it successfully, then we actually feeling really confident. It's easy to build confidence by just doing it. But in order to do it, we need to get into a habit to do things that we are scared to do and that we don't believe we can do. And once we do it, we will see, hey, I was scared to speak on stage, but I did it. And I did it multiple times and I did it very well. But before I was thinking I'm really bad at it and I can't do it and it's impossible to do. Now I want to be a real estate investor. I might think I can't do it and it's impossible to do it. But now I remember, when I did public speaking, I had the same fears. I was like, who am I to do that? I'm not worthy of doing it. I'm not good enough of doing it. Like, I'm scared of doing it. I had all of the same beliefs that are coming up when I want to be a real estate investor. But now I'm like, I was thinking that and I did it and I'm really good at it. And I'm even getting paid for it right now, for example. Now I'm like, what if all these lies I'm thinking, all these thoughts I'm thinking are just lies? What if I'm actually pretty good at it and I just have to practice? Now I have to believe whatever I want to do, I can do, and I just have to do it, and then I can do it. It's funny because the greatest skill we can have is the confidence that we can learn any skill we desire to learn. And this has a whole set of beliefs. Beliefs that I am smart, beliefs that I'm intelligent, beliefs that I'm capable. And we can work on these beliefs in order to start ahead, to start doing it. But real confidence develops once we do things that we never thought we can do and we realize we can do it. In order to improve our skills, and in order to improve our beliefs about ourselves, about our beliefs, about our confidence, and change the way we feel about ourselves, I created a workbook around the topic of confidence that you can either print or get the PDF and do it on your iPad. It is filled with journal prompts. So what are journal prompts? Journal prompts are questions that you ask yourself and that starts a thought pattern and starts a chain of thoughts in a new way that you haven't been thinking before. So what we're doing with this is just one right question can bring out a completely new side of you and can bring out completely new thoughts. And you can create this way a completely new way of thinking that can get you ahead. So they're filled with journal prompts and with exercises. So as I said, when we do things, we gain confidence. So there are some exercises in this workbook that are challenging, challenging you to do something that might be out of your comfort zone, where you have this experience, yeah, that's really good. I was so scared to do it. I did it. It's so easy now. We have some exercises that help you to model other people because that's the way we learn. We see people who are doing what we want to do. We model it. Our mirror neurons help us to do so, and we can get a head start. So, and then we have some affirmations. Affirmations are just phrases and words that we affirm to ourselves that change the way we are programmed to think and change the way we think about us. And by doing it over and over, we're reprogramming our mind and our subconscious mind to believe things about ourselves on default setting, because confidence is easy once we have it. When we develop it, it takes energy. But once we have it, it's so easy, because with confidence, all the things that we had to worry about are gone. We can do it this fast, this easy, and so effortlessly. So if you're interested in getting this workbook, the link is in the bio, and I'm also gonna start a course where we have some Zoom calls and we're working on this workbook together. So if you're interested in that, the link is gonna be in the bio as well. And I have now a really cool website which I called Feminine and Rich. God gave me the name, and I'm really thankful because my desire is to develop this richness that we have within ourselves. So rich is for financial literacy, rich is for value creation, rich is for rich in health, rich in communication skills, rich in just all the ways, in relationships and friendships. So I really like the name Feminine and Rich. So the link is gonna be in the bio. Check it out, check out my website. They're gonna be cool and new offers on very soon. So I also have gift cards available. So a gift card is just like any other gift card you can buy. And you're buying these gift cards in a value, you can choose the value, it could be like €100, 200, 300, whatever. And you're gifting your friend, for example, like this gift card, and she can then join the course, get the workbook. So this is also and especially to all the men who are listening. I saw in my creator studio that actually I have some men watching my videos, and I was like, So if you have a sister, if you have a wife, if you have a girlfriend, if you have a mother, and you're like, you know what, I want to give them a gift that pays off long term. You know, so often we give gifts to people that are great, like perfumes, like shampoo, like clothes, they're great. But a workbook like this or a course like that could change their life forever, because what can they do if they just have a little bit more confidence? What can they do in their careers, in their relationships, about their dreams? This is a gift that really pays off long term. So if you have a sister, a wife, a girlfriend, whomever, just a woman in your life, it could be a business partner, a woman in your life where you're like, yeah, she could really benefit from that. And this is not just for people who have no confidence at all. This is actually for people who have some confidence already, but they want to go to the next level. Even doing it myself and working on these things myself, I feel confident right now, but I can 100% level up my confidence even more to become more magnetic, to become more irresistible, to do the things I want to do, because I have the confidence that I can do it. And so this is so extremely valuable. I am so excited. If you get it, then maybe just post it on Instagram in your story, add me, and I will repost you. Yes, and as I said to all the men, it's a great gift. So do it. Do it. Do it. What else? What else about confidence? I think that was it. I said all the things about confidence that was on my heart. I love the topic because confidence can just make all the difference. And one thing that really helped me is to look at my past successes. To just look, what have I done before? One funny thing is, I had a business idea when I was like 14, 15. And I went to lawyers, I went to like marketing experts, I went to all these experts. And first of all, I convinced them to work for me for free and help me to like do my business thing, because I didn't have a lot of financial resources at the time. And second of all, I made them sign a contract, an NDA, that if they tell anyone my business idea, that they have to pay me 50,000 euros. And I did not successfully launch this business because I realized I did all the marketing and the beautiful things, and I didn't really develop a really product that can make me a lot of profit. So I didn't launch it successfully, but just doing that, I'm like, if I did that when I was like 15, what else can I do right now? Because I did not have a lot of knowledge and experience at that time, and I was so bold to do that. So just look at the things that we have done in the past, and we all have done things where we're like, whoa, I did that, so that means I can do even greater things than that. For example, no, that's just a good example. Just like this boldness. When we did that, what else can we do now? What else can we do? So, as I said, the link is gonna be in the bio. You can get your confidence workbook and join our confidence course. It's gonna be live taught, and then the recording is gonna be available. And yes, if you like this video, write down your #1 takeaway from it. Send it to one of your friends who needs to hear it. If you're a man, buy a gift card for your female friend or female whatever, just a woman in your life that you really appreciate and you really love and you want to see growing and glowing. And yes, I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.